first question is, did you, in terms of preparation, come in contact with many military people whilst you were preparing for the role?
Yeah, so we got to have a couple days at Nellis Air Force Base, which was a combination of getting to do training to prepare to go up in an F-16 and also just some like hang time, like grabbing a beer, grabbing a burger, and just like talking. I got to spend a lot of time too talking with the female pilots that are in the military as well. And it was awesome because I was able to get a real vibe of just like the spirit of the Air Force. And then throughout the film too, we had people from the military coming all the time. So anytime I was in a plane or I was in uniform, there was someone there overseeing it.
Great. I love that word vibe. I love the vibe of the film. It looks like you had a great time on set, you know what I mean? And it's all about that in the military, you know what I mean? Having pretty intense times with people and then having out and chilling and stuff. So what were the highs and lows of your sort of pilot training? Did you manage to go up in some of the jets?
I did. So I went up in F-16. We simulated a dogfight, so I got to be on offense and defense. I pulled 6.5 Gs,
wow,
which I'm kind of excited to go back up and pull more. It was amazing. Since I got like the need for speed after
Any negative G? Negative G?
Negative G.
Nice. Floating vomit bag or something?
I definitely vomited.
Yeah.
Definitely vomited.
Yeah.
And it was like, I didn't even care. I was like, just keep going.
Yeah.
It was a totally surreal experience to be able to do that. But to your point earlier with vibe, I mean, that was like a huge part of what I learned is that like that camaraderie and that sense of humor and the value of that, especially when so much is on the line. And it was something that really touched me and I wanted to bring back to set. I realized that I could be a better leader than I had previously after spending that time.
Where's your head at?
In the clouds. Where's yours?
On my shoulders. About to show these boys how we do it. You ready?
Higher, further, faster, baby.
That's right.
A little bit about me then.
Yeah.
I was in the military for 10 years. I was a pilot myself, so I'm super excited to speak to you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited to speak to you.
No. It's not a quiz. Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh, this is good that you're here.
Yeah. We got this saying, train hard, fight easy. What was the hardest thing about this project?
I like that saying. Yeah. I'm going to take it. The hardest thing, probably doing everyone justice and making it look realistic at the same time. Green screen is brand new.
Was there much wires involved?
There wasn't any wires for me.
Okay.
So yeah, I had the easy route with that. But yeah, it felt like, I don't know, it just felt like we were creating something special, man. It really did.
And it's set in 1995. So was there like a favourite prop or a favourite like bit of kit, a bit of Gucci kit or something like military gun, airplane that you really enjoyed using?
Not on set, but I remember because the military were very much involved in this movie and couldn't have made my character without them. They gave us a lot of coins.
Yeah.
And I felt like I'm part of the military now because I have coins.
How many have you got? How many? A collection?
I've got a collection, yeah, from different squadrons.
So did you go to Nellis and did you do some flying as well?
I went to Luke and did some flying, yeah, with a couple of badass female fighter pilots there who just casually let me into their F-16, which is pretty fab. And yeah, just along the way, just people have just been so giving of themselves. They're like, here's a coin. And I'm like, another one? I know it's a big deal and I want to almost put them in like a frame or something. I think I might do that.
Did you like wearing the uniform?
Yes, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Felt very empowered, felt very needed in cinema. And also it feels good. It feels like you're representing someone and it didn't feel like a chore. It felt like a nice responsibility to take on.
In terms of normalising gender roles and just the female pilots, it's just a normal job. Like, you know, they can just, there's no thing. Was that something you considered a lot in the movie? Before, pre-production, during?
Well, I think it's like, to your point, it's like, it's about visibility because I don't think people know that that's what's going on. I don't think people, I mean, I was surprised too to learn that within the Air Force, it was like in the 90s when we were making this movie, like there was a limit to what women could do in the Air Force. And so now that those barriers are down of making that available and highlighting, first of all, the incredible women that are there, but also saying like, this is something you can do, and it's a really cool thing to do.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.